Hi, everyone. It's Margaret Manning here. Welcome to 60 and Me. Hope you're doing great this morning, wherever you are. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being such a support for 60 and Me. I do appreciate it very, very much. Thanks to the new women that are joining us, too. We have so many people now, 150 countries represented, and just amazing women who are just doing so much to live life with, passion and purpose and, living on the outside like they feel on the inside. Healthy, full of life and looking for experiences and adventures. So I went for an adventure last week to Zurich and I bought this necklace. How can you not notice this? It is so amazing. I went to this secondhand fair. It was really cool. It was a part of Zurich I hadn't been to. And there were just hundreds of stalls of women who had just brought their stuff, their clothes, luggage, jewelry and bits and pieces, and were just selling them super cheap and having fun. So this little necklace was not little. This cost me, I think, about 5 francs. It just went, oh my gosh, buy me, Margaret, take me home. So I did. So here anyway, and I hope that's not distracting. It is a bit much, I must accept. But I've got the topic today is related to fashion. So I wanted to just, I guess, make a statement myself. So here we are. It's actually not heavy. It's not real, of course. It's little sparkly blue stones and a lovely kind of, I don't know how you, like a bib. I don't know what you call this kind of necklace. But anyway, I love it. So my tea today, I'm drinking from a company called Ritual that's in my town, and I love their teas. This is one called Rose Wisdom. It's green tea and ginger and rose. It's really, really nice. So I've got that in my red cup because I'm feeling bold and vivacious today. But anyway, I do hope that you've got something to drink and relax, and we're going to chat about fashion. So when you think about fashion, do you think about Europe in terms of Rome, Italy, or Paris, France? Have you ever been? I love traveling to both those places, and each one has got kind of a unique style of fashion. And I wanted just to chat with you about it. It's Andrea Flammer is one of our bloggers. She wrote an article about this and exploring the fashion style of Rome in Italy and Paris, France. And they are pretty distinct and interesting. And I think the women, well, I wouldn't say care more about fashion. I mean, the women in the United States, it depends on where you live and what you do, what your lifestyle is. But I think women all around the world have beautiful fashion sense that matches their personality, that makes them feel like themselves. And that's what we do with fashion. It's our voice. It's one of our voices. So Paris and Rome. Now, both the Italians use a word for fashion. It's called, I can never pronounce this, sprezzatura. Sprezzatura. And sprezzatura means the art of nonchalance or artful nonchalance. And what that simply means is you dress like with great intention, like you put things together the way that you want to. You think about what you wear, but you present it like you really don't care. Like whatever. Like if you don't like it, that's okay. It's artful nonchalance. You're conscious of your fashion decisions, but you don't really make it obvious. So it's kind of a nice word, spezzatura, and this is definitely the Italian way and French way of dressing. Okay, Italy. Well, it's a Mediterranean country, so you get the Mediterranean influence in the clothing that they wear. It tends to be looser, lighter, flowier. It's kind of that voluptuous Sophia Loren, Gina Lollobrigida shape. It's just that feeling of celebrating the feminine, the woman's body, and they're a little bit theatrical. When I was in Milan, we were doing a video down there, and this is not uncommon. I mean, you would see women wearing this big chunky jewelry or on their handbags with lots of buckles and silver and gold, a very dramatic kind of fashion sense. And part of it's due to the climate because it just makes you feel alive, like a plant, like you want to just grow and just be present. And so they wear colorful, large, showy jewelry and, like I said, big handbags, comfortable flats and shoes, all with sparkle on them, or often with sparkle on them. And they wear these, they have high quality leather goods. It's a really big focus for them to have a beautiful leather handbag or accessory. And the textiles, in my opinion, and Andrea also observes this, are more flowing and fluid. and the colors are maybe a little brighter. So they're not afraid to put a really bright scarf on or a big, like this kind of necklace, something that's looser and like a tunic top over leggings. They're into that kind of comfortable dressing, but again, stylish, dramatic, interesting. Really interesting. There will be like big rocks on their necklaces and bracelets, lots of bracelets. Anyway, that's it. Italy. I love Italy. I'm not far from it actually. My place in Switzerland here is about 3 hours from Milan, and the train actually goes through my station going to Milan, so I can just go out and get on the train if I have a day to do that. But it's a cool town, city, not a town. But anyway, Paris. Let's do Paris. I love Paris too. I do travel to Paris quite a bit because I often take the train to London and I go through Paris. I change there. So I often try to stop and visit a friend or two and just make it a destination. But I always love the sense of style that I view when I'm in Paris. I mean, theirs is a more classic look. They don't use a palette that's quite so vibrant and colorful. The women in Paris, I think, tend to stick with a palette that's, black, taupe, navy, and then use like pinks and as an accent. And they certainly wear scarves. I mean, they wear big scarves, those kind of pashminas that they wrap around over their shoulders a couple of times. And so they actually use an occasional pop of color, but it's not, in my opinion, in my experience, like the Italian or even Californian look, which is very bright and colorful. I would say that the French women tend to at least celebrate being slimmer and like more, streamlined. They wear very fitted jackets and belted jeans. Bulk works for them like a cashmere sweater or like a leather jacket, but they don't, they'll tuck a blouse into a leather jacket rather than try to wear a bulky sweater. They're more elegant. I would say elegant, that's a good word, and more refined fabrics, like silk or, I don't know, cotton, linen, those types of materials. And they like jeans. I've seen lots of women in Paris wearing jeans, but again, they accessorize with a lovely jacket or scarf, blazer, and they again practice this this fashion style of artful nonchalance. They know they look great, they know what they're doing, but they don't. They pose a bit. They're a little bit more maybe voguey, but they don't do it in a way that's in my opinion, in my experience, overwhelming. So they would replace a blouse, for example, or something like a tunic. They might replace that with a cashmere sweater. And that cashmere sweater might be a very plain color, like a neutral color. And it might have a sort of a little diamante, a brooch or something on it, but not anything nearly, I don't think, as outrageous as this. So they know how to be artful in their scarf tying. I think they take a class in school. Andrea agrees with this. And they know the finer points of French scarf tying. And actually, I should do a video on this because I love scarves myself, and we'll see if I can duplicate some of the French scarf tying. But anyway, they're feminine. They're not, not tawdry, but they're not kind of like over the top. They tend to they have a narrower fashion box that they like to work within. But there's certainly bohemian dressing that goes on there, and it's very, very interesting to see. And you go to the French markets on the weekend, like to a brocante or just a flea market, and you'll see all kinds of really cool, nice shaped, beautiful fabrics in the French markets. They don't have to say shout at me and look at me. You are looking already. I'll never forget once I was there and there was a woman on a scooter and she had on a black skirt below her knees. It was she was on this little scooter, but she had like high boots, lace-up boots, a beret or some kind of hat. It wasn't a beret, but it was like a hat, and then this scarf sort of around her neck, and she looked just so cool. And she was putting lipstick on her as she was going down the road on her scooter. Talk about artful nonchalance. It was quite cool. But anyway, if you had been to Paris or to Rome or any other European city, share with us your experience. Like, what was the fashion experience that you saw? Tell us about your is Paris or Rome on your bucket list? And if you have gone, tell us about your fashion experience there. Hope this has been useful to everyone. I have always had fun doing these fashion sessions, and I hope they haven't sort of made you sort of shy away with my crazy necklace today. But anyway, it was fun wearing it, and I hope that you enjoyed it. But take very good care. Please check out our website, as I always ask you to, and think about joining our Patreon community. That's patreon.com/60andme. We have a great community of women there, and we talk about fashion quite a bit there, and personal things. It's a smaller group, so we're able to have private conversations outside of Facebook, and a lot of people are appreciating that. That's patreon.com/60andme. But anyway, we've got lots of stuff going on around all our channels. We've got a new 60andme TV channel now, and you're welcome to join the conversation everywhere. But tell us about your fashion sense, and whether you've been to Paris or Rome, and what you discovered there with fashion. Thanks again for being here, everybody. It's my pleasure to be with you, and look forward to talking again very, very soon. Bye-bye for now.